The Israeli military has conducted a wave of raids across cities in the occupied West Bank. These were the scenes in Ramallah overnight. Israeli forces stormed the area, firing live bullets, stun grenades and tear gas. Israeli munitions caused a huge fire at a vegetable market. At least one Palestinian was injured. Meanwhile, further north, the Israeli military raided the city of Tubas. Clashes erupted between Palestinian fighters and Israeli forces. Several explosive devices were also detonated. Well, the Israeli military says 2 of its soldiers have died of wounds sustained in a car ramming attack in the occupied West Bank. The attack took place near the city of Nablus on Wednesday. Israeli forces raided the city in search of the suspect, who has reportedly turned himself in to the Palestinian Authority. Now, just a reminder, Israel has banned Al Jazeera from reporting from within the country, which is why our correspondent Imran Khan joins us from Jordan's capital, Amman. Good to see you again, Imran. So let's start with the soldiers that are Israeli soldiers that have died. Talk us through that particular incident.
Well, the Israeli army have made an initial investigation, and what they've said is the soldiers were hit near the town of Nablus. They were actually examining another car, and the soldiers nearby didn't open fire at the perpetrator, they say, because they didn't understand what happened. And that allowed the man to get away after that ramming attack that actually ended with the deaths of those 2 soldiers. Now, according to security sources speaking to Israeli media, the driver has turned himself into the Palestinian Authority on Wednesday night, but has yet to be handed over to Israel. Also, another soldier died in northern Gaza. So that brings the total so far since October the 7th and the war on Gaza to 640 Israeli soldiers dead and just over 3,300 injured.
And more raids, Imran, across the West Bank. Can you talk us through the latest there?
That's absolutely right. Raids in places like Tubas and Nablus, etc. All of these occurring almost every single night. There's at least one raid every single night, but perhaps most alarming was the raid in Ramallah. Now, 2 Palestinians, is what we're hearing, were injured during confrontations there. Now, the Israeli forces, in large numbers, stormed the Al-Khalij exchange shop in the city. They destroyed it and arrested 2 of their employees as they were fighting with in confrontations with Palestinians. Israeli soldiers fired stun grenades and gas bombs, which caused a huge fire to break out in the main vegetable market. Now, this isn't the first time. Al-Khalij, the money exchange places, have been raided before. On May 15th, the Israeli forces raided almost all of the branches across the occupied West Bank. They confiscated something like 4 million shekels. That's over $1 million. They designated Al-Khalij as a terrorist organization whose work is prohibited. They actually left behind notices at all of the shops they raided, particularly this one in Ramallah. And the notice says, Al-Khalij Exchange is a key player in transferring money to terrorist organizations. This is why it's considered the company illegal. FYI, any money related by any means to terrorist organizations will bring destruction to whoever's dealing with it. Now, remember, the occupied West Bank is under military control. There is no due process here. There is no law that the Palestinians have to go through to be able to prove that they're transferring money to prescribed organizations by the Israeli state. So simply, the Israelis are just going in under the military occupation rules and raiding shops without actually presenting any solid, hard evidence.
OK, thank you for that. Imran Khan there for us in Amman. And just a reminder again, Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet has banned Al Jazeera from reporting inside Israel, which is why we are reporting from Amman.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.